What's up, YouTube? Wanted to talk about the upcoming fight this weekend, the 23rd, Saturday at the Forum between Triple G and Dominic Wade. I'm excited about this fight. We've got Triple G, holder of 2 belts, going up against his number 1 contender, mandatory for the IBF, Dominic Wade. Wade got the spot because Johnson had to pull out due to injury, and this is his rocky moment, I guess. He's 18-0. His big significant win was against Solomon, who's a very, very awkward veteran. The only guy I can compare him to is Saki Obika. Awkward as fuck. Tough out for anybody. Weird, you know what I mean? Doesn't fight like a normal fighter. Well, that's Solomon. So he can make anybody look weird, you know, like you step in the batting box and you go up against a knuckleballer, you know what I mean? Kind of the same thing. But Wade's young, 18-0, seems to have decent pop. I'm excited to see this fight. Of course, I'm a huge Triple G fan, but you never know what happens in boxing. That's why we watch, and that's what you know, separates it from the other major sports, you know. Like I won't watch the Golden State Warriors versus the New Orleans Pelicans because you already know who's going to win. 96%, you know who's going to win, you know what I mean? Boxing, it's not so easy to say, you know. I mean, yeah, you have your favorites and the favorites tend to win, but weird shit happens. But I look for Triple G to fuck Wade up. I'm curious of how Wade comes in this fight. If he presses, it's going to be a short fight. You know, 2 to 3 rounds. Hell, it could be a first round knockout. I don't think he'll do that, but a lot of people do. And I respect that. But I think he's going to try to box and prolong it. And it seems like the infectious point is like the 6th round when you're in there with Triple G. Like, people have had enough once they hit the 6th round, and they really struggle to go past the 6th. And they're a broken fighter, you know. But I look for Triple G to really go after it. And granted, he'll have his feeling out first round like he always does, but I think he's going to turn it on quick in the 2nd round. I know he cares about his fans, and he likes to give them something, and you know, he doesn't go for that 2nd round knockout. You can tell the way he paces himself, and allowed himself to get hit against Monroe. I don't care if the guy hits like a pillow puncher. I totally disagree with that. I hope he never does that again, but I'm looking forward to it. Real excited. I wish Triple G fought more often like he was doing 2 years ago. And then his father died, and he went from 5 fights a year to 4 fights, and now he's on pace for like 2 fights a year, and that shit needs to change back to like 3 or 4. Hopefully we get at least 3 fights this year. He's an amazing talent. He just signed with Air Jordan. He's got Apple. I mean, everybody's jumping on the Triple G bandwagon, and for good reason. You know, which makes me want to bring up a couple other things. Just a couple I want to muse over. Paid for the Pacquiao Bradley fight. I expected it to be a good fight. I thought it would probably be the best fight of the 3, and I thought it was. And Pacquiao looked sensational, but you know what? Bradley looked sensational too. But it's just Bradley was trying to time him, and Pacquiao was aware that Bradley had him down timing wise. That's why he's a little bit cautious. And he didn't, you know, reel off 8 punch combos like he's known to do. So there was definitely a mutual respect, not just outside the ring, but in the ring. And I thought Bradley looked great, and I think there's a lot in his tank. And I think hopefully he can stay with Teddy Atlas, because it's real easy to root for Desert Storm. I don't know what Pacquiao is going to do from this point on. He's, I guess, 2 weeks away from a Senate nomination. If he goes into the Senate in the Philippines, that's going to take up all his time. He can't just, you know, check in as he pleases like he was before. He's actually got to be there and in attendance for their issues and stuff. So, yeah, there's a high probability that he will retire, but I think Mayweather will bring him out of retirement and vice versa. And Pacquiao will bring Mayweather out of retirement. I'd like to see that fight, and I expect it to be a lot better fight. What else is going on? I said that word inflection point a little while ago. It seems like the boxing landscape is hitting an inflection point that is going to change the landscape in a big way come April next year. We got Kovalav and Ward supposedly fighting. I still don't believe it. I think Ward will have I don't know, a stretch mark in his nostril. I don't know. The guy will come up with something. I hate to say that, but I just look at the history. The guy refusing to fight outside of Oakland, how hard he is to negotiate with, and how high of esteem he holds himself and all this crap. And I think he loses to Kovalav, so I don't think he's going to get in that fight. And hey, hats off to him if he does. I hope he does. But I don't see him beating Kovalav, and I think Ward's career will be really shook up, and I don't think there will be a recovery for it because due to inactivity, and he's been talking about retiring anyway for the last 3 years, at least hinting at it and stuff. I don't know, just maybe he just wants to feel some love or something. I don't know why he did it. What else we got going on? Chocolito has got a good fight this weekend, and then I don't know. They want to see that rematch with that one guy. I can't think of his name on top of my head. We got here's a couple things. I was pissed off that Walters didn't take the fight with Lomachenko. I actually like Walters more than I like both fighters, but I like Walters more. And I always consider Walters the boogeyman of that division. So I don't know what's going on there, but Nicholas Walters needs to wake the fuck up and right that ship because he's an awesome fighter and he's explosive and he's the only guy I can see beating Lomachenko. So that fight needs to get done. Rigondeaux, I hope he gets some better fights. He's very talented. He rises to the occasion. He's looked so against, not so great competition, but the talent's there. So I hope to see him in some good fights. I like what I saw from Leo Santa Cruz lately, but I still don't think he beats the top echelon. What else am I looking forward to? I'm really looking forward to the Wilder-Povetkin fight. If Wilder can beat Povetkin, I don't think he will, but if he can beat him, then I think the only guy left that really gives Wilder any trouble would be Joshua. That was a great fight, by the way, too. I really enjoyed that fight, and that just happened with him, Anthony Joshua. But if I was able to pick and choose who I wanted to be the champ, I would be Wilder. I like Wilder. He's fun to watch. Who else? What else is going on out there? Don't give a shit about the cruiserweight division. I'm not even really talking about Canelo because he's a joke. And I think it could backfire on him with Amir Khan. I really do. I think Amir Khan could outwork him. But the problem with Amir Khan's mentality is his heart might be too big and he might be winning on points, which would be hard against Canelo because of the favoritism shown towards him throughout his career. But let's say Amir Khan is winning on points and it's pretty obvious. I still see Amir Khan trading in the 12th round and getting caught. I hope that's not how that plays out, but we'll see. And then hopefully Amir Khan fights Kell Brook. I watched Errol Spence against Algeria. It looked very impressive, very active, definitely goes after it. He's complete opposite of Mayweather, I'll tell you that. I mean, he really puts his foot on the foot on the gas and attacks up top and down low, and he keeps coming. And he does pretty good with his ring generalship too at such a young age. So expect big things from him. We got Thurman and Porter. I I've always been a Sean Porter fan. And I've always liked Thurman too, but yeah, I gotta go with Sean Porter. He just does some things bad though, like smothering his punches and running in there, charging in there with his head down. He needs to fix that. I saw the Broner fight. Broner is the one guy that pisses me off. He pisses me off. Look, I can't even speak. Pisses me the fuck off. That dude has got charisma. He's got talent. But the dedication's suspect. And he needs to just shut up after, during the post-fight interviews. He makes himself look like such an ass. He definitely needs to do some, what do you call that? Not public relations, but his image control. I mean, this guy, and then he got in trouble with the law, and robbing somebody after a gambling event, and what the fuck, Broner? Wake the fuck up. I ain't gonna knock you for chasing women, whatever it is that drives you on the outside of the boxing ring, whatever, but shut the fuck up. Be respectful like you are in private. I heard he's a really nice guy in private, but just stop him, putting your foot in your mouth every time or doing some crazy antic or something. You're easy to root for, man, but you fucking, like, anybody that, looks at you, interested in you, you slap them in the face, or you push them off the bridge. That shit's gotta stop. Who else? What other boxers we got out there? I'm looking, I'm thinking. I think I pretty much hit on everybody. There's the Fury, Klitschko, how you fucking, the heavyweight division. I think Fury is going to cash out. I think he can win again, but I don't think he's looking at himself being a heavyweight champion for a long time. Like, I think he's just in it to cash out, and he's saved his money and is ready to retire from the sport. But he says he's going to bang, and we'll see, because that first fight was a dud. He did win, but it was a dud. I can't pronounce Klitschko. Yeah. Anyway, I think that's all I got. I pretty much covered all the boxers out there. Still hate Danny Garcia as a boxer, not as a person. Don't hate anybody, but that guy, overhyped machine, man. I kind of wish they would put Broner in with Garcia, and Broner would humble Garcia, because man, his power just ain't carrying up, and then it would solidify Broner and get him back on track, because his career is kind of in disarray. Like, he's definitely riding the gutter right now down the lane, you know what I mean? So anyhow, in closing, I'm looking forward to the Triple G fight. Every time he fights, it's a spectacle. I'm real curious to see if he gets Billy Joe Saunders next, or Canelo. I think Canelo's in tough, though, this fight. I don't think it's going to be as easy a fight for him against Amir Khan, because I think Canelo's going to try to go in there to time Amir, and Amir's just going to be too quick for him. I mean, the fight's going 12 unless Amir gets combo happy and stays in the pocket, throwing a flurry of punches. And Khan, even on, I watched the face-off, he did talk about how, he took his defeats when he's like 23, 24, but now he's 29, and he's a wiser fighter, and he is. That's true for pretty much everybody in the fight game. But I've noticed in the last, I don't know how many fights he's had since Garcia lost. I would say he's had 7, 8 fights, at least 6. He's gotten clipped, and those guys just didn't have the power, you know. I hope we don't get clipped against Canelo. I'd like to see Amir Khan fight, and that would be a real reality check for Canelo, because he's really been a protected fighter. He's always got to have the advantage with the weight. Yes, he did take the Mayweather fight at 152. I wouldn't have, but he was determined to get that fight, and rightfully it helped his star grow brighter. But that fight being an exception, he's pretty much always had the advantage, and it comes in. You know, he flat out lied in the face-off when he said, "I never came in 180." Bullshit, dude. Why don't you speak the truth then? You come in at 179, 178. That's a fact. You know, you're always over 175. He's like 175, 176 on average for his last 5 fights. But I think the last 2, he's come in heavier, you know, like 178. At least 2 out of the last 3 fights, I believe it was 178, 179. He was up there. So he's trying to take advantage. He's got this made-up weight class, 155. Prima donna, man. I don't know much how longer he can go with that, but if he loses to Amir Khan, that'll be a reality check. And then guess what? He'll be fighting Triple G sooner. Because right now, I think he's just trying to wait Triple G out, but I think that ain't going to work either. I think Triple G is going to be, you know, solidify his spot at the very top of the mountain for the next 4 years before you see any decline. Just because he doesn't take a whole lot of punishments in his fights, you know. He controls the fights, and we'll just have to see how it plays out. But anyway, thanks for watching. Take care. God bless. Later.